Welcome to FinStreet. Today we have with us Mr. Rohan, who is the Associate Director at Equirus. Welcome to the show, Rohan. We'll be discussing about credit card business momentum that we saw in Jan. So Rohan, my first question to you is that credit card issuance momentum has remained strong. However, we saw the ticket size declining on a month-on-month basis. What is your view on the monthly business momentum that we saw in credit card business in Jan 2023?
Yeah, thanks Abhishek for having me on the show. As we can see, in terms of the issuance of new credit cards, almost 8.8 million new cards have been added from April to January during the current financial year. So this is roughly addition of 12% of card additions, and so the credit card issuance run rate has been good. Within this, if you look at SBI cards, the new card addition run rate has been roughly around 300,000 cards per month in the last 4 months. So, as you rightly indicate, the issuance has been strong. In terms of the average ticket sizes, if you look at it, the average ticket sizes in the recent months have been in a average spends per card has been of around 15,500 plus per month in the last 2-3 months. But if we compare it with, say, the pre-COVID period, it was around 12,000 to 13,000 per month. We have clearly seen a growth in that trajectory. If you look at the period of the festive season of September, October months, clearly it's lower because the discretionary spends are typically higher during those months. So we do believe that the credit card trajectory in terms of the additions would continue to remain strong, especially in terms of the card issuance or the card momentum spends for the month of February. That is expected now incrementally. We expect that there could be an 8 to 10% kind of a decline in spends on a month-on-month basis, but this is also due to the fact that February has a lesser number of months, and also the festival link or any other discretionary link spends are not there during this period.
As you mentioned, Rohan, the SBI card on a last 3 to 4 months they have been gaining market share. So, what has been the impact of revolver rate decline on credit card spends that came in post the RBI announcement? With lower revolver rate, the business in credit card may not be lucrative. Am I right in understanding that?
Yeah, so that understanding is correct, that as the revolve rates decline, the profitability of the card business comes down. However, we should look at it from the context that currently we are coming out of a cleanup cycle. If we consider the revolve rates, the revolver balances, see there are typically three category of revolves that happens. First one is essentially a chronic revolve, which is people who revolve 3 to 4 times in a year. Now, this is a segment which has got cleaned up in terms of delinquenting into an NPA during the pandemic. So this will take some time to build up again, and this will happen as the spends happen. Because during the pandemic, even the credit card issuers were slightly soft in terms of not onboarding marginal customers. Now, those credit filters have been eased out recently. So incrementally, we can see the credit card balances also growing with spend, and also then we can see with a lag of 2 to 3 quarters, revolve balances picking up. That's a base case assumption right now. The other factor, if you look at it, the revolve balances per se, they are growing on a quarter-on-quarter basis. However, revolve balances, a percentage of the total advances outstanding of the card company, that thing has come down, as you rightly said. So that's what we have seen as the impact on the ROEs. SBI cards, for example, has shown a decline in the ROEs right now, and revolve balances, which are typically say 60 to 70% of the overall profitability in terms of the fees as well as the interest income, that thing is contributing slightly lower right now in that mix. So our basic assumption is that it will take 2 to 3 more quarters incrementally for the revolve rates to start picking up from now on.
Now, my last question to you, Rohan, how do you see the credit card business momentum going ahead, especially with two key parameters to watch out for? Banks, they are increasing their branch expansions, and rental income is now becoming chargeable. So what rents used to get paid out of credit card, now that's also becoming chargeable. So quickly, with these two key points, how do you see credit card business momentum going ahead?
Sure. So the rent payment clearly will have a one-time impact in terms of those spends not happening on credit card. That is a possibility. In terms of the branch network, if we look at the trend in the credit card business for the last decade, we see that the MNC card issuers have been losing market share, and the top 4 domestic card issuers have been gaining, primarily due to the reach that they have across geographies, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 locations, where MNC card issuers were missing out. So clearly, branch network is playing an important role in widening the scope. Second, if you look at the UPI announcement that RBI came up with in terms of linking RuPay credit cards with payment on UPI rails. Now, this I think the thought process behind RBI is that a credit card as a product should be made available to wider audience across the system. And if we go into deeper geographies, the POS acceptance devices are not there. So the linkage with UPI should in fact increase the utilization of credit cards and increase the use cases for utilization of credit cards. So that's why, as I indicated earlier, we remain constructive on the credit card story. We think that they can deliver 25% kind of a medium-term compounding in terms of the spends growth, which incrementally, based on how the credit environment shapes up, the revolve rates can increase over a period of time. So we expect that cards business should remain as one of the top quartile, top decile kind of profitable business in terms of lending across the lending landscape.
Well, that's a word coming in from Rohan of Equirus that he remains bullish on the credit card business momentum for the banking sector in India. Thank you, Rohan, for joining us.
Thanks, Abhishek.